Hello, Aries, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We will be using tarot for a reading around love and money. As I stated in the titles of the last video, and it came out so many times in the readings last week that Venus is so active in the sky, and she's kind of like leading everyone, all of the big players right now. And as you know, Venus is the ruling planet of not only love, but money also, right? And, peace and harmony and, all things beautiful, art. And I think that with, that new moon in Cancer that we had, a week or so ago, that it really opened up this, ability to be, I think that this ability to be able to be more aware of how we're loving, and loving ourselves. Are we in love with our life? And being in love with, not ourselves in a narcissistic way, of course, right? But truly just be in adoration of the fact that you're here on planet Earth now, that you're in a body, that you get to have, your adventures each day. Every day can be something new and fantastic, and what's around the corner next, right? What are you creating for yourself? The pleasure of being a creator on this planet, the creator and God or goddess of your own universe, and that's incredible. It's incredible when you really take it in, and I think that that all this Venus activity is really helping us to be able to do that. And as we implement those things, in my opinion, of just being at peace and harmony with our lives and in love with our ability to create our life and what we're creating, that we do open ourselves up to love in all sorts of different ways, and we open ourselves up to a greater sense of prosperity. Now, can people be prosperous without love? Yes, but would that really be successful? Would you really consider that success? I think in a week or I think it was a couple weeks ago, it came through in one of the readings that to hone in on, not hone in, I apologize, to be able to redefine success as, as a happiness, a joy for living, and then all things that come to you are a mirror and reflection of that. And so, it's very prosperous, loving relationships, and then, appreciating all of it so that it continues to grow in your life. It's like growing that garden. So I think that it's a really good thing for us to be able to focus on today is love and money, to see what the energies specifically for Aries have to say on these subjects. Now I'm going to be doing this like a general reading, but I'm asking specifically for those two topics. So whichever comes out for you, both may come. I don't know. We'll see how the energies play on these subjects with you. But I'm going to be reading the cards and letting you know which area or both areas or what that looks like. Of course, that's what we're doing here. And I thought that this would be fun to see if this goes well, if it's something that you like. Obviously, my channel doing tarot, my channel is new. So being able to try different things and experiment a little bit sounds like a great idea. So I hope you're up for it. And let's go ahead and turn to the cards and do your tarot reading to find out what. And I guess what I'm going to look for. Let's give a time frame to this, okay? You're my first one, Aries, you're the first one out of the gate, so I apologize for fumbling over, my words here. But I think that what I'll do is I will do a 30-day reading for love and money for each sign. Okay, so that's the plan. Alright, guys, I'm gonna switch this camera view and turn to the tarot cards and, see what the energies have to say for you for the next 30 days on the subject of love and money. So the first deck that I will be using is the gold foil deck. Now, all the decks that I use will be in the description down below if you are interested. Also, I am open for private readings. That is going to be the first link that in the description box is for private readings with me. These are live readings and they are on, obviously virtual live readings. Okay. So, and I've opened up my calendar to specific times for my subscribers, for my viewers here on YouTube. I thought you guys should have some special times available for you. And I hope that those times work well for you. Also, please, if these readings resonate with you, please do like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that we can continue the journey together. All right. All right. Love and money for Aries. The next 30 days. Okay. Okay. This is really good. Oh my God. And at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to put this right here. The bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune, is the driving energy. Okay. This driving energy. Got a glare, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. So what we have here is the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords can talk about like wonky thinking. It can talk about like, um, you know, uh, no, I'm not going to go there. That's not the interpretation I'm getting from this card. Okay. The interpretation I'm getting from this card is where your thoughts may, yes, differ from somebody else's, from other people that you may have, um, may typically seek advice from. Maybe people that good friends, people that care about you, and maybe they don't necessarily are people that have the best advice right now for you. But regardless of whether or not they have good advice, there's something inside of you that says, I have to use my own intuition. I have to use my own intellect, my own knowledge from this internal place to be able to go separate myself away from a traditional way of doing things, or a way that I typically have done things, the way that others would probably advise me to do things. It's where you kind of separate yourself away from that way of doing things. Okay. All right. So we have here the Eight of Cups, which really supports that tremendously. The Eight of Cups is going to be where you are following your passions, where there had been things that have been working out really. I'm going to use my wand, right? There had been things that had in the past been working out really well, and maybe these things that had been with other people, or the way that others would, see that you ought to, or the way that they would go about things, the way that you and them, your friend group or partner would typically go about something. But you're having to go and follow your own passion right now. You're literally having to answer an internal call for yourself in order to what? Bring about this greater sense of satisfaction, happiness. It's interesting that that what had come forward in the beginning there was about redefining success through happiness and satisfaction. And if you're feeling that, that will continue to grow in your life, and you will get ideas and opportunities that support your satisfaction. Now, this is like genie in the bottle. This is like all wishes fulfilled. And this is the Wheel of Fortune here. Like, wow, yeah, everything that you're doing, everything that you're thinking, everything that you're seeing, everything you're understanding, and the pleasure that you're taking in the feeling of that is literally driving this wheel forward in a fixed way, right? So it's an absolute guarantee that your life is going to change in a greater, more fortunate way. Now, the way that the Wheel of Fortune works is, you have to be doing action, or understanding things in a new way, or pursuing something new in order for this wheel to begin to move, right? First of all. So bravo for the choices that you're making. They're very beneficial for you, and for you long term. The second part of this is that it is a Jupiter ruled card. Okay. Now Jupiter is is definitely like Santa Claus, definitely wishes granted, wishes fulfilled, absolutely, but through wisdom. And I have to say that right here, we're seeing that where you are relying on your own wisdom, and based on the wisdom that you intuitively have for yourself, you're able to go forward. Okay. And this is alone. Not to say that others won't be around you, but you're having to be very independent. Not that that I would expect much different um from Aries. 'Cause you guys are the most independent sign, I swear. The most independent. Okay, so now let's hone this in a little bit deeper. Okay, so you're independent. You're what you're thinking is right on track. supportive of your next great fortunate outcome. But let's go deeper in it. What are we talking about here? Are we talking finances? That's what it really feels like. A higher, um, greater sense of financial well-being. That's what I'm feeling like for you. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms, which feels like to me goes really deep. Okay, let's go. Let's fit in there. Give us some more information about um the Five of Swords, please, in regards to love or money for Aries for the next day. Here we go. There's some activity. Of course, Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is an entirely new perspective or entirely new piece of information, something new and knowledge based, thought based, knowledge based, workings on your mind. Ace always means something that has never been before, it's brand new. So a brand new piece of information could have you realizing, oh my God, that your fortunes are in your hand. There's something. There is definitely something calling you. I feel it. Oh, what is calling our Aries forward here with this Eight of Cups? Okay, so we have the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is where you have been either are being called to meditate on something and quiet your mind and feel a sense of satisfaction inside your body. And then thoughts start coming. And as those thoughts start coming, they support, more good feeling. There's that process that goes on with the Four of Swords, right? She's very much by herself here in this art. She's very much by herself. She's tuning into her own magic, right? But there's another part to the Four of Swords, and that is there is a tremendous amount of more life available for you that you're tuning into, and so this is where you're going off. And so once that meditation has taken hold and you get that inspired action feeling, right? It's time for you to what? Of course, take action on that knowledge, take action on that information. We now have Mars going into as of what the 15th of July, the day that I'm recording this. So you guys will get this on the 16th of July. So that means that Mars now in Gemini. Okay. Jupiter is also in Gemini, I would like to say. So Mars in Gemini, this is going to be very fast action, very, very back to, so, air and fire, and swords is the air sign. Air and fire work really well together. It's like that wildfire for new life. That's what comes after a wildfire is fresh new life, new vegetation um coming forward. And so what we're doing is here is now you're learning about what this is. Like you see it, you got it, like you can't now ignore it. And this is exactly based on what you have been asking for, what you had seen in your mind's eye as you had closed your mind, this inspiration. And then the nights are like this mutable energy where it's like I don't have all the answers until I'm in it, until I will know more about it when I'm physically in it. And it's just physically putting into action that knowledge. Now it could be speaking, you could be having conversation with somebody, you could be talking about it because again, it's Gemini communication, right? And learning through communication. So let's go ahead and go a little bit deeper here, get some more information about this Nine of Cups, okay? Now, I do want to mention that Jupiter being in Gemini opens up more options. You have even more options available. So we have your sign in Gemini. Okay. So we have the Emperor reversed. Now the Emperor is, oh, okay. The Emperor is the most responsible of all of this, like all of the kings put together. And so he's the most responsible king. So let's see. I mean, he's reversed. This Emperor is reversed. That's fascinating to consider. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So I think this is less about, this reading is screaming to me that this is so much less about the way that you would responsibly go about something. You you would consider others in what you're deciding. And this is very much you taking your own path forward. And then there's the Celestial Weaver card here where you are tuned in with the cosmic forces. This is where you tuned in. And because you've been tuning in, now this Wheel of Fortune is, moving. But these cosmic forces are now taking hold, and this is like perfect alignment. Okay. So I think that this Emperor is telling you to be a little bit less serious. It's telling you to be playful, have fun. That you're not necessarily dismissing your responsibilities, but responsibilities aren't the first thing to consider. The first thing to consider is passion. Okay? That's the first thing to consider. Does it light me up? Am I having fun? Does it satisfy me? And if it's satisfying to you, there's a reason for that because our higher self is always speaking to us through our emotions. That's our guidance system. That's how we know that we're heading in the right direction. If it feels satisfactory, if it feels good. And I don't mean like surface feeling good just in the moment. I mean long term, like deep satisfaction throughout your entire body. Okay. That's authentic satisfaction. So when you can feel that lighting up, it's saying like, hey, take the seriousness off of this. Take the sense of like, um, being serious about responsibility, lighten up and have fun. And have fun because stuff is moving here and knowledge based, okay? Which is different for you guys. I mean, I know that I'm and not saying that you don't have a lot of information and you don't, but you don't usually pause to consider all the information. But I think that when we had the Mars in Taurus that we just come out of, you did get that pause to understand a little bit deeper about what you want your life to look like. And there we go. Now I'm feeling it pretty strong. Now you've gotten the inspiration, you've got the knowledge that you needed to, and you're doing this based on you know, something that you know now, something that you know, and you're going to understand even more. Okay. Now, here we go with the Ace of Wands right here. Okay. So as you're lighting up or feeling a sense of l- lightness in your body and less serious, and you're moving forward with fun and passion and creativity, right? Here's where the Ace of Wands is. Now, this is new information, new knowledge, and then this is new opportunity or new creativity. So, what you're creating for yourself is something new. It's something that you never had before. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, God. So, what do we have here? The 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. So, this opportunity is going to be something that is like very harmonious for your entire household. So here we see where you would be serious and you'd be taking those things into consideration, the responsibility you have for your household. What we're seeing is that as you lighten up, your household will be blessed. And I feel like there's a greater sense of emotional security within your home. Okay. That's a greater sense of emotional security within your so is this so I guess I'm begging to ask the question here, and I'm sure you want to know also, is this love or is this money? Is this both? Let's go ahead and pull because I could definitely see both being well, if we have swords, okay, and we have wands, this is saying career, this is saying money, this is saying that you're creating a new path for yourself. Um and in the money department, all right? But I don't see any pentacles on the table. I see the Wheel of Fortune. That's big for money, right? Big for money. Harsh though. Sorry about that. So now this is a great deck for clarifying to me. Gonna bring it all home. And this is just a traditional Rider Waite deck. Okay. So here's the Hermit. We're going back to wisdom, okay? We're going back to what you know inside of you, what you feel inside of you, okay? And this is being able to organize that information and actionable in a short period of time. So is it love or is it money? Is it love or is okay? I have to say that it's got to be both. It's got to be both. With this cups on the table, also we have fire, we have cups, and emotions and water, and we have swords. So and passion. You following your passion. So either way, whatever this is for you, whether this is love, whether this is money, whether but this is a higher purpose, okay? This is a higher sense of self, okay? A greater expansion of you. I think that being very playful. Now, Mars in Gemini is extremely playful, okay? So that I'm getting a real big sense of like playfulness around all of this, having a good time. Uh let's keep going here. Yeah, we have more wands on the table. So again, we're talking about another Mercury card. Mercury card. Well, with Gemini. Gemini's Mercury. Okay. So is ruled by Mercury. So we have now Mercury in Sagittarius, which is everything that you're doing is perfectly aligned to what you want. So if I was to say, is this love or money? I would say, what is your heart most set on? What did you receive in your personal meditations as you quieted your mind? What information as you slowed down did you get this last month, right? That's where this is all aligned because when we have this card of quick, fast alignment, a very fast moving. Okay, but it's all for a higher purpose, your personal higher purpose. Now, we know that Aries is the north node is in Aries, okay? So, well, and I think that we've got about 4 months left of that, and so I think that it's really heightened the things that we need to implement and understand and have absolute confidence in ourselves and our life to move forward with fulfilling our destiny. And this judgment, this passion, this organized wisdom here in a short period of time, this Wheel of Fortune, the Celestial Weaver card, you going out and following your own inspiration. All of this says you fulfilling your destiny. Now, this destiny could be with another person. This destiny could be with you pursuing what creative ventures that you want to move forward with. It could be that creative ventures do not necessarily mean, entrepreneurial. It could be a creative venture within a company, but what are those? And so here we have again, well, these cards are literally repeating themselves. Repeating. Okay, so again, you going out on your own. Again, you basing where you're headed off of your own knowledge. So have have you had to part ways? Have you had to part ways or understand something from a different perspective? Because if we have the three of swords here now, you think about this card being a heartbreak, being a betrayal, being of like having to walk away or leave something wounded you pretty deep. But it's not a cups card. Cups is what usually is what depicts emotions in the tarot. This is a thought based. This is a knowledge based. This is a mindset based card. So did something happen in the arena of Did something happen in the arena that broke your heart and sent you on a new direction, sent you on a new path, gave you a sense of clarity around what it is you want? Because I see everything moving in your favor, everything moving in your favor. Whatever this was, whatever happened here, okay, the separation from, the separation from literally is sending you on a new timeline and a new trajectory to fulfill your destiny, either with a new person or with a new avenue of financial well-being. But either way, you got some information. It's actionable information You separated yourself away from what you needed to in order to go out on your own and pursue your passions. Very much, you're going to be very satisfied, very satisfactory way. Everything's moving in the direction of your greatest potential now. Highly fortunate. Let's see, do we want some more information on that? On that Three of Swords. I do. I want. Oh my goodness. So you could have broken up with somebody who was really close to you, had a heartbreak with a friend. And now what do we see? We see the Tower here. Okay, this is Uranus. Now we have, I think today even, Uranus and Mars. No, yeah, Uranus and Mars conjunct. Is that today? This is a Uranus card, and a lot of other people may see this even as Mars card, right? Where Mars is like takes that swift action. Um, and Uranus is also very swift, fast acting, and it's a sudden shift, a sudden change that you didn't necessarily see coming, and yet it changes everything in your life. And what it said sets you on the path of being able to receive the things that you had been created. It's like whatever this was, whoever. I'm gonna go with this. This is what I want. Whoever this was, whatever situation this was that you're walking away from, was holding you back. And that's why they're saying you're not responsible. Have a good time, lighten up. You don't need to be responsible for this person or this situation any longer. Where your responsibility lies is within your own happiness. And because you've chosen that, because you you responded to this situation in a way that is highly beneficial for you. Now, everything that you have been gestating, everything that you have wanted to create in your life or have been pondering creating in your life is now available, is about to be birthed, is about to be birthed. It's about to come into your physical reality, and it is based on everything that you have wanted. Okay. So whatever was holding you back is no longer holding you back. And this looks so messy. Sorry about that, guys, but we got to get in there, right? Um, essentially, that situation was a dam breaking, and now everything is flooding forward for you in all ways positive. So I hope that you're able to heal this and recognize something about this card. Like I was starting to say, this is a thought-based card. So whatever you're thinking about this situation is what will continue, what breaking your heart. If this is reversed, that means that you see it in a different perspective and it's no longer hurting you. So that's what we want to see when we see the Three of Swords, is being able to look at something from a different perspective. And I believe that that other's perspective is that everything that's happening is happening for you and that you are not responsible for what happened. You are not responsible for what happened. And now this situation has opened up the gates, the floodgates, in order for you to be able to thrive in your passions once again. And am very, very fortunate for you. Okay. The wheels of fate are on your side. You're using your wisdom to cultivate your next greatest joy, your next greatest timeline. Okay. This means either big money, big love, or both. All right. So I hope that you are enjoying the next 30 days for yourselves, Aries. I know it's never easy to overcome this type of energy, but knowing that it has all been for your benefit and that the rewards that you will reap from it will more than tenfold outweigh what happened. Yeah, so this is a great blessing in your life. And as soon as you're able to see that, all of this can come forward even faster. Okay. So you're on your way to really great things. And I would encourage you to be extremely proud of yourself right now. I'm proud of you. Let's go ahead and so yes, yeah, whatever that situation was, it did happen. It did change some things for you. Definitely change some things for you. It changed the trajectory of your life. It helped you to be able to see things from a new perspective and a perspective that's more beneficial for you. Okay. So I would definitely strongly encourage you to be mindful of whether or not you're feeling resentful. And if you're feeling a sense of like needing to protect yourself so something like this doesn't happen again, and if we start putting up blocks, then we're going to begin blocking all of this fortune that is headed towards you. Okay. Headed Fortune is on its way. A great deal of fortune is on its way for you. And whatever that means to you, abundance. Okay. And whatever that means for you. But knowing that whatever happened, you're not responsible for. It happened for you, not to you. And it is bringing forward a great deal of abundance. All right. So I love you. Spirit adores you. I hope that you enjoy the next 30 days. I will see you in a week, though. I'll see you next week. All right. And I hope that you join me there. Thank you for joining me today.